Hello everyone, this is Peter Lucian for PV News. Here are today's trending headlines.
The 2024 U.S. presidential race is in its final days. It has been a brutal and divisive campaign. Vice President Kamala Harris, the Democratic nominee, is facing off against former President Donald Trump. Trump is seeking to reclaim the White House after his loss in 2020. Polls show a tight race, with both candidates running neck and neck in several key battleground states. The tension is palpable across the country, as Americans brace themselves for what could be another historic and contentious election. The final days of the campaign have seen both candidates crisscrossing the nation. They are holding rallies and delivering speeches in a last-ditch effort to sway undecided voters. The rhetoric has reached fever pitch. Both sides are accusing the other of being a threat to the very fabric of American democracy. Vice President Harris has made the preservation of American democracy a central theme of her campaign. She argues that a second Trump presidency would be disastrous, not only for the United States, but also for the world. Harris has repeatedly warned that Trump's brand of populist nationalism poses a grave threat to the international rules-based order. Harris points to Trump's previous actions on the world stage. She highlights his withdrawal from international agreements like the Paris Climate Accord and the Iran nuclear deal. She argues that these actions damaged America's reputation abroad and made the world a more dangerous place. Donald Trump, for his part, has doubled down on his America First agenda. He has held rallies where he railed against what he calls globalist elites. Trump has also criticized European nations, accusing them of taking advantage of the United States on trade. Trump has hinted at a more isolationist foreign policy if he is elected. He has questioned the value of NATO and suggested that the U.S. should reduce its military commitments abroad. These statements have alarmed European leaders who fear a return to the uncertainty and tensions that characterized Trump's first term. Section 4, Ukraine and Beyond, the Global Security Stakes. The 2024 election is being closely watched around the world. The outcome will have significant implications for global security and international relations. Nowhere are the stakes higher than in Ukraine, which is locked in a war with Russia. The Biden-Harris administration has provided billions of dollars in military and humanitarian aid to Ukraine. Trump, however, has been critical of U.S. support for Ukraine. He has even praised Russian President Vladimir Putin, calling him a savvy leader. A Trump victory would likely embolden Putin and could have devastating consequences for Ukraine. Section 5. Battleground States, where tensions run high. With the election just days away, all eyes are on a handful of battleground states. These are the states that are most likely to decide the outcome of the election. Both campaigns have poured resources into these states. The tension is palpable in these battleground states. There have been reports of voter intimidation and long lines at polling places. Law enforcement agencies across the country are on high alert. They are preparing for the possibility of unrest or even violence in the wake of the election. Section 6. The lighter side of the showdown, lawn sign wars. Amidst the high stakes and serious issues, there is a lighter side to the election season. Across the country, the battle for hearts and minds is playing out on front lawns. Lawn sign wars have become a common sight in many neighborhoods. Passionate supporters of both candidates have gone to great lengths to protect their preferred candidate's signs. Some have resorted to elaborate security measures, including motion-activated sprinklers and even electrified fences.